cut, yo. I'm in the cut, yo. Get me up on the mic. Turn my mic up, Kyle, yeah. Check it, yo.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Pick Your Brain Podcast, a platform to showcase creative social issues, mental health, and community empowerment. I'm Simone.
I'm Johnny.
What up, kid folks? Mike D.
Yo, what up? It's MC Churro in the cut, you know what I'm saying? Numero uno, yeah. I kick your butt, yeah.
Just kidding, what? I'm not Johnny, I'm Kyle.
I almost forgot what our little thingy was.
You forgot
That's okay.
You forgot a slogan?
We're human, we all make mistakes, right?
All good.
All the time.
All the time. Well, oh shit, whose voice was that?
Yeah, who's
Fuck around and find out.
Well,
Fuck around, watch the video and find out.
Oh my God, all right. So, we have our special guest, the Energizer, DJ Rychuu, y'all.
Pew, 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 pew,
Hey.
pew.
Oh my God.
What up?
And technically, this is his last interview in the Bay before he what happens to you, Rychuu?
Oh,
What happened?
He's gonna die.
what happens?
Wait, what?
I don't know. Am I leaving the DJ?
No, not the DJ scene,
No,
but
I'm just kidding. I'm leaving the Bay. I'm moving. Gotta take care of my family over in the East Coast. I will be in Florida.
Wait. I thought we were gonna do cry.
Another bay in the east.
we don't have a cry button, so sorry
You
about
know, that's
that.
crazy because it's like somebody else was saying that there's a lot of people that are from the Bay that are moving over to the East Side. And so I'm just like, wow, it's crazy. They're like, now it's you too. And I'm like, yep, it's me.
Everybody try to move out of the bay. It's expensive out here, yo.
Yeah, it's way too expensive.
That's crazy.
Yeah, fuck you, Elon.
Man. Well, we wanted to like bring you up here on the podcast, bro, just to just talk about like how it was just growing up here and living here and coming up in the Bay, bro, because you big, people know you, you know?
That's true.
Were you born in the bay?
Yeah, I was actually born in Redwood City.
Okay.
I was raised in Union City. And Union City, I was raised over there for the past 17 years. So that was like the majority of my life.
Yeah.
And so crazy. It's just the energy that I have now is still kind of the same energy that I have from back then because I was so open. And that's why like whenever like Kyle's with me, Kyle's like, how do you know all these fucking people? And then it's like, well, I either met them at school or I met them out of school, and just through like friends of friends, you just kind of really like get out there.
Yeah.
Just growing up here, I've always felt so comfortable, and just when I keep going outside, I'm just like, yeah, this is home. And when the moment came for when it came time for me to move, I was just like, wow, I'm going to be leaving. Like it feels so surreal because, and I was talking to another person about this, there's always something in the Bay that'll make you want to stay for at least another year. You'll think about it and then you'll be like, maybe I should stay. Maybe something will happen and something will come out good. But yeah, it's it's so surreal. I think while I was growing up, crazy enough, I actually I got bullied a little bit in like middle school and stuff like that. I was like the oddball out. And right? And when I went to high school, then that's when I joined marching band. Crazy enough, oh God, don't even get me into band. I actually didn't even want to be in band. So music wasn't even supposed to really be my thing, but it did. So I know, plot twist. And now I'm a DJ. So I totally changed the whole curve. My mom forced me to be in concert band when I was in middle school, and I told her, I was just like, I don't want to do it. I really don't. I was thinking about doing basketball, and then when I was in high school, I thought about it, and some of my friends were doing track and field, and I was like, I always loved running too, so I was like, I could see myself doing track and field, but it never pulled through. And then after that, I just kind of once I got into high school and I started doing marching band, I actually fell in love with it. I really wanted to continue more because a lot of my friends, they went to after high school, they have college programs like Blue Devils and stuff like that. And so I was thinking about joining them, but then I was just like, I have other things that I have planned for me to do. And I kept switching gears. That was just always my thing. I always keep getting bored with doing the same thing over and over again. So I was always doing something new, like always hopping through jobs, hopping through courses in school, dropping out and going back in for no apparent reason when I know I didn't even want to continue school. So yeah, that was my life in the Bay Area. It was always moving. To sum it up, it was always moving.
So you grew up in Union City?
Yeah, I grew up in Union
So
City.
you've always been around Filipinos?
Honorary Filipino.
Always
DJ Rychuu is an honorary Filipino. Know that. Know that.
Hey, wait. You say Union City, bro.
What?
What you know about that Jollibee right there, though? 24 hour, let's go.
You know, I didn't take advantage of it until after I graduated high school.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah, they say if you ain't from the Bay, if you haven't had a Filipino friend in the Bay, you know,
Exactly.
you haven't had the Bay experience.
Crazy enough, I actually had a Filipino family that lived right across from me, and they would always, like, the kids would always come to my house. And they would just be like, hey, we're having a party. You want to come over? Or, hey, like, we're having like a family gathering. Want to come over? So it was always like something like damn near every weekend.
Oh, man.
So I honestly did not miss out on the culture. I didn't miss out on when you get there. Did you eat? Yes.
Yeah.
Grab a plate. Did you eat? No. Get a plate. Oh, you're finished? Get another plate. Eat more. You're so
When you
skinny.
go home, take a plate.
That's
right?
how we do.
Oh, my
We have
Lord.
food left
Yep,
over.
yep,
Take a
yep.
plate home.
That's how we say I love you, brother.
Right. Exactly.
Weren't you part of like a group of activists for like a middle school where y'all like changed the name or something? Want to tell us a little about that too?
So during that time, in high school, I was in Filipino Heritage Studies. Shout out to Santos if you ever see this. But our class got together, and he was trying to get ready because he's been doing it for years. Him and a group of people within the school and in the community, but they were trying to change the name to from Alvarado Middle School, and he was trying to name it after the Filipino leaders, Itliong and Veracruz. So that's we were able to finally change the name to IVC.
Hey.
Wow.
Santos is my boy.
Yeah.
He's a homie of mine.
Okay. Yeah.
that's
No,
crazy.
I know him and everybody else from PYC, and because also in high school I joined PYC as well. So that was always that was a blessing, that just being a part of every movement that I could. May Day, the school changing, just speaking out during Black Lives Matter with Kyle over here. So, yeah.
Yeah, just to touch on that, and changing the name from Alvarado Middle School to Philip Veracruz. Speaking of, this is the last. Oh, actually, we just celebrated Filipino History Month, so we were celebrating the Delano Manongs, the leaders of that labor movement. It was one of the biggest labor fight in U.S. history, and the Filipinos was pushed aside historically. And so this was one way for us to like really uplift the community and say, we had a big part in terms of that movement. And so, in honoring that, there's the renaming of that Alvarado Middle School to Philip Veracruz. So that was a dope.
Yeah.
Definitely, and being a part of it is dope, and knowing you know what I mean. So thanks.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Shout
And
out
there's
to
second. What does it say on my back?
the movement must go beyond its leaders.
Ooh.
And so
fire.
it's not the leader in itself, but it's the collective, and you are being part of that collective.
Right.
That's an honor in a sense of you putting the work together with people
Yep.
to make something happen. So I just want to honor that, you being part of that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely with that, like shout out to my class that was all together helping us with that movement, and shout out to Kevin, Jonalyn, and Nikki. If you guys ever see this, I love y'all, because they were the main leaders, and we pretty much followed them in suit, and we just made our voices heard in that moment. So
There you go.
Yes, sir. So how'd you start with DJing, bro? How'd you even get into that?
So it started with DJ Hero, actually. I was playing that back in high school, and I mean, I always had like whenever I had like family parties, I always had people DJing, and it was always kind of interesting to like see like how it worked, but I wasn't really into it at that time until like sophomore year of high school. And then after that, while I was playing that game, I got introduced to DJ Shadow because some of his songs were in there. So I kind of started doing a little bit of research on him, started searching him up, fell in love with his music. And ever since then, like, I was just like, I want to become a DJ. And that was 2012. And so I was trying to work my way, but it didn't fully commit until 2016. And that was when I went to private school and I went to SAE Institute. Shout out to them for the people that I met over there, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be where I am right now. And I remember I used to spend so much time in that fishbowl. They had this room called the fishbowl, and they used to do like their little radio and DJ shows over there. So that was pretty cool. And after that, that was my kickstart.
Wow.
Yeah.
When you said DJ Hero, you meant that like game?
Yes, like the game.
DJ Hero. Remember, I had that too, bro. We used to play it.
Dude, I remember you used to always like play Eminem, Not Afraid on it, bro. You're like Jonathan, check this out, bro. And I was like, okay, Kyle.
Because I couldn't do Guitar Hero, but I could do DJ Hero though.
Yeah.
It was what do they call it? A foreshadowing.
Yeah, it was a foreshadowing of the future.
That's why me and Rychuu connect so well. You feel me? The back-to-back duo right here.
Dang, both of y'all are DJ heroes, bro.
So how did you guys meet? You and Kyle?
We met. Oh my gosh,
You want to tell? You should tell the story, bro.
I'm like forgetting like how we met, because it was like
It was in the
I'm
bathroom.
offended.
Wait,
I'm just kidding.
Wait. It was in the bathroom at Wicked Wednesdays, right?
No, it wasn't, bro. It wasn't. We would go way
how'd
before
you
that,
know?
bro.
Yeah, no, it was way before that.
You want me to tell the story?
Yeah, tell the story so that I can like recollect the pieces and then like
So
continue.
I was getting lessons from DJ Eternal. Shout out DJ Eternal. That's the party right there.
That's what it
That's the
was.
kuya at Street Set University. So yeah. So I was getting lessons, and this fool just pops in and was like, "Hey, what's up?" Because what were you doing there? You were a worker there,
I think
right?
I was working. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
working at the time. Hey, shout out to Street Set University
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
I am Rychuu.
and then I don't even know how we like even did our first gig together. To be honest, I don't know. After that, everything gets kind of like blind after. I don't even know how we like connected. I think I
like-
hired you, right, for my birthday party.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I hired
then
him for
after
my
that?
birthday party 3 years ago. Do y'all remember that one?
Was this at the
At the
clubhouse?
clubhouse.
They there?
Yeah, I think you were there. You were there too.
Dang.
That was
So you
Do
guys
not
met at
remember
Street
this.
Set,
We met Street
Yeah.
Set.
but Eastridge.
Eastridge when they were in Eastridge.
Yeah, shout out to Def Case.
Yeah.
Man, and speaking of Case, like I also grew up with Case as well, like because he had his shop Surf City.
Yeah.
Over there in my hometown, and that was also like I think that was my middle school years. So I knew him, like I grew up with him as a kid, and I kept like supporting his shop. So yeah, just shout out to Case.
Yeah. Def Case is the owner of Street Set.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
hustler. He's from the East Coast.
Yeah.
What up, B?
He gave me a haircut one time too. No, I think I met you when he was giving me a haircut. Maybe that might have been it. I don't know.
I think
don't know.
it was. I honestly think it was like through Eternal, because you
Oh, it was
did
through
come for a
Eternal.
lesson.
Yeah,
and
I came
then
for a lesson with
remember we
Eternal.
introduced ourselves.
Yeah.
And then we later on connected when you hit me up for the
For the birthday. Yeah,
gig,
you were
yeah.
there. You were there
That's
too.
crazy. We're all.
You don't remember him?
Well, I was there, but was I there?
He like,
I think you got
stepped in the room.
You got drunk that day. Yeah.
Don't ever give me
He
tequila,
was singing.
bro.
I think both of you were drunk.
He was singing "Faded" by Tyga.
Yeah, both of you were really drunk that day.
Wait, what?
He was singing "Faded" by Tyga. That's
Oh,
how
you remember?
That's how gone you were.
Wait, was Cross there?
Cross was there?
Because I remember hanging out in like where the DJ was.
That was-
you were there.
yeah.
That was him.
Yeah, that was him.
Dang, that's crazy. Did
Yeah.
not know that.
That was when I wore the barong, the costume party.
The what's up?
When I wore the barong.
Oh, it was the Halloween party where
Yeah.
I didn't dress up, and you were like, "Oh my gosh, where's your costume?" I was like, "I didn't know if we could wear it." Or
Yeah.
not.
Did I dress up that year?
No, you just wore a hoodie.
Oh yeah.
And you
then
came,
it was
you came with Joseph and two other girls. I think Amanda and then another girl.
yeah, I remember that. Jesus.
Was I in sweats that day?
I'm still trying to.
Or did I get off work? Dude,
I don't know. We're all trying to remember.
Man,
Yeah.
I think that was so long ago.
Yeah, that really was.
I actually had like the throwback like Snapchat things from the other day because it was like around this time too.
Yeah, it was, huh?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
November.
look back on it before.
All I
leave.
can remember of
Yeah.
those clubhouse parties was blue lights, and then that one song, doom, 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 doom. I'm just like,
And the chips in the
And then
corner,
being
I was
paid.
always there.
And then we just started working more together, basically.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
It's okay. At least we have a connect in Florida now, y'all.
Yeah.
Miami, let's go.
I know. Once I get acquainted, I'll probably hopefully find out some gigs in Miami. My mom, she cuts hair, and one of her students is a DJ. So
Oh, nice.
I pretty much already got my
Oh,
foot in the door
really?
a little bit. Yeah.
Wow.
So you'll be in Miami.
Well, I'm actually an hour away from Miami.
Okay.
But
Oh, nice.
I know that since Miami's the closest, that's probably where I'm gonna be
Yeah.
in the scene. So
Dang, that's gonna be crazy.
yeah.
Like, that's gonna be insane.
I mean, it's like from like being in Union City in the middle of everything. Like Union City is very strategic because you could go to just 30 minutes away from Oakland,
Yeah.
30 minutes from San Ho, and then SF.
But I
Right?
think, it's crazy because where my mom's at, I'm kind of doing the same thing because Miami's about an hour and then Orlando is 2 hours away. So
Oh.
I'm still technically smack down in the middle. So if I need to go
Yeah.
anywhere, I don't have to like think twice. Whereas if
Oh.
somebody was trying to go from Orlando to Miami, do I really want to drive like 3 hours to like,
Yeah.
That's true,
That's
though.
true.
Yeah.
yeah, I find that really, I still find that kind of strategic for me.
Yeah, that's
So-
lucky. Wow.
I really want to
Nice.
visit you, man. I'm gonna visit you.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
have to.
Take
Yeah,
a trip to Miami, bro.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm down to turn up.
yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
definitely come
dope.
through.
They ain't never see a Filipino before. Is there a lot of
They
Filipinos
got,
in
they got
Miami?
Filipinos out there.
Yeah, like
I just know
I
there's
know a lot of Filipinos retire there, like the older Filipinos, right?
They usually
north.
mostly come from the military bases.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what?
I have
That
family
makes
over there
sense.
in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just know there's a lot of Cubans over there.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's what I've been hearing too.
Yeah, there's a lot of Cubans over there.
Pero que no sabe usted, chico, aquí vengo de Miami.
Talking hella fast.
Carajo,
Yeah.
coño, que no sabe, aquí un cabejito.
Yeah, my brother, one of my brother's like closest friends that he met in the Navy, he's Cuban and he talks so fast.
Oh my
He
god.
talks so fast.
And then they also have that little they skip over certain letters.
Oh.
Like, que no sabe, chico, aquí van de Miami, Florida. Somos de Miami. Venimos de Havana. So, I don't know.
Oh man.
I guess we'll have to wait and find out.
Bro, you better
Yeah.
not come back with a Cuban accent.
Yeah, he's gonna be like,
Soy DJ Rychuu, aquí vengo para jugar la música aquí, muy bueno.
Be even. I told everybody, I was like, when I leave, I'm gonna come back with a southern accent.
They don't got southern
how would you-
Florida accent,
Whoa.
Some of them do,
do they?
yeah.
Some areas.
Yeah,
How would you
some
say
areas
DJ
do.
Rychuu in a Cubano accent?
The same way. I mean, there's no translation. I just said it, yeah. But wow, watch that. DJ Rychuu come back southern. I'm goddamn DJ Rychuu. I come from Miami. I play DJ sets and
All
I
his
get
DJ
myself
sets are
some
country
John
music?
Wayne.
It's all
know,
country
right?
music. Hey, bro, you better go to Ulta when they have it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man.
The beauty store?
No,
Oh, sorry.
no, the EDM festival.
Oh, ultra.
No, because you know what? I feel like when you go there, there's gonna be a lot of like different scenes. Like Florida for sure. Like over here,
Yeah.
there's only like there are scenes, but they're very set to things. There's like hip hop, R&B, that type of stuff here in the Bay, right? But in Florida, they have so many different like subgenres and stuff. I'd
yeah,
say.
that's why I was thinking like the DJ scene in Miami. Like, don't they usually like kind of like EDM type, house type music?
A little bit. They're very fast paced.
Yeah,
I
like-
would say.
like salsa, reggaeton, right?
Yeah,
Dude.
A lot of reggaeton. Yeah.
If
for
it
sure.
was
Reggaeton.
if they do EDM, it's like almost. I would almost say like the Jersey Club might be. a
Oh, you
bit
think
more,
so?
but
Oh,
I don't know
probably
because it's
is.
fast. So it's like
No, it
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. You think they would do what is that? Have you heard of favela funk? Brazilian funk?
Oh yeah,
I do that too.
Baile.
Yeah, baile. Yeah, bro.
Man,
That
if I
shit
do
goes.
that, we'll see.
Oh man.
We're going to have
That'd be
Rychuu come
amazing.
back from Miami. Ay, le gusta la gasolina.
So you were saying earlier that there was something that will always make you stay in the Bay.
Yeah.
For you, what would that thing that would make you stay?
Nations.
Boba.
There's honestly like a lot of things that still want me to stay to this day, even as much as I can't do it.
Yeah.
But just basically, DJing for one, because every time I always thought about doing something different. I'm like, maybe if I try a new scene, maybe I can find something different. And then an opportunity with the whole DJing stuff would just open up, and then it'd be like, well, let me just, you know, stay here and let me see what happens. And granted enough, like things really did start picking up, especially back in 2019. Before COVID, I was talking to a lot of like artists that I was going to start touring with, and we were going to go like around the US and just do that. And I would probably say another thing would just be, you know, all my friends and my close, you know, family, my god brother, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's friends, family, and music.
For sure.
Yeah.
Is there something you're looking forward to in terms of Florida?
I'm looking forward to being with my grandmother again, because my grandmother, she moved from Walnut Creek over to Philadelphia
Okay.
at one point. And then I guess after a while there was some family drama happening, so she eventually ended up in Florida, and now she's living in a care home about 10 minutes away from my mom. So
Okay.
That's good.
the good thing is that I can take care of my nephew. I can take him with me to go visit my grandmother, and I can be like, hey, what's going on?
Hey, that's dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
family.
Gma, tell me about your experiences in Philly, though.
No, I know her experiences, because I actually visited her a few times while she was there. I think maybe about 2 or 3 times. So that was good. But yeah, now that she's in a new environment, I know that she's definitely going to need the family, because her dementia is also rising as well. So at the same time, I also like, don't forget me, you know?
Yeah.
So crazy enough, like I already had a lot of people, they're already over here. Don't forget me when you leave. I'm like, what? What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Hey, when you visit, man, everyone's finna be pulling you left and right, dude. Like, hey,
know.
Rychuu, let's go this day. It's gonna be hard, man, when you
Yeah.
do.
Tell me about it.
Give some time. Let people miss
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I think one of the other crazy things is too, because growing up, I had a lot of people that I've always told like, hey, like I'm getting ready to move. And after a while, like they kind of caught on that I wasn't going to move because stuff kept happening. And they were just like, no, you're not going to move. It's not going to happen. And only one person said that, and that was Mally. And Mally didn't think I was actually going to move. And I was like, no, I have all my boxes like ready. And she was like, oh shit, really?
So she come in on Saturday?
I have no idea. But everybody else that I've told, like close friends that I've always told that I was going to move, like they knew it was going to happen because they heard the tone in my voice. And I was just like, dude, I'm getting ready to move. Like it's happening.
That's crazy.
And they were like, really? And I was like, yeah. And they were like fumbling, like, well, what are we going to do? Because you're about to leave. Like we have to do something. So, and I was just like, I know, man. So yeah, I'm going to miss everybody here in the Bay Area. Because the crazy thing is that I don't know when I'm going to be back. Like I'm really going to like settle in down there and just try and figure out how to maneuver and approach everything, since it's going to be a new environment.
Yeah, bro. You just
So-
put yourself out there, bro. That's how you've been always working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Try
you guys
to-
are
yeah.
more than welcome to come visit me
Oh,
anytime.
hell yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
man. Florida trip.
I got 2 people now in Florida, bro.
Right.
Damn.
Hey, we're just a Zoom call away.
I know.
For real, 2021 status.
Yeah,
Don't
because he
worry,
doesn't
we'll-
have an iPhone.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you
Well,
do. You
No,
did.
because when I was working at the time, I did. But I have my MacBook, so, you know,
Oh,
I'll turn that on every so now and then, and we'll get into a, FaceTime call.
Group FaceTime.
I know, right?
Updated iPhone.
Exactly.
We'll just see Kyle on his line, just like consuming 3 bottles of ketchup, bro.
The ketchup again.
Sorry,
next year I'm gonna dress
sorry.
up as ketchup.
Ketchup and ranch. Can't.
Calling it. No,
Cans.
Joker. The year
Red
after
chop.
that, ketchup.
Welcome back to Absurdity of the Day. Brought to you by.
Mr. M, Mr. M. Do you,
Oh, bro.
brought to you by Mr.
do you
God.
have an absurdity of the day?
Yes, I do.
Mr. M. I have ketchup stuck on my shirt.
You can go to the office.
Just if y'all didn't know, Jonathan is a teacher. Just
An
letting y'all know.
educator.
Hey.
Educator.
Young,
Yeah.
brown, and educated. You heard
Educate
that?
us, please.
PYE. Oh, wait, that's wrong. Young brown. YBE. I knew that. Anyways.
You mean YBG?
What?
Young, brown, and gifted.
Where'd you get the G? All right, Kyle, stay after class. You need some tutoring lessons. All right. Absurdity of the Day brought to you by the Pick Your Brain podcast featuring Mr. M. Oh, Oh, we gonna learn today. We gonna learn today. So check this out. Did you know that silk, in terms of spider web, silk by the thread is 5 times more stronger than steel? So if you were to conduct an experiment where you took the same amount of mass equivalency in like a steel twine and silk to hold gallons of water, the spiderweb silk will hold twice as much weight as the steel twine.
Interesting.
Nice.
Bam, get science up your asses. Let's go, baby.
That's why Spider-Man's OP, huh?
So if you
Damn.
ever need to, hold a bunch of water bottles, spiderweb silk, get
Just hit up your boy Spider-Man.
spiders, lay them on each side,
Yeah.
and tell them to go at it.
Well,
You know what I mean?
that's gonna take a lot of threads.
Just find a big
It's
spider.
fine.
Yeah. I heard that back in the days in the war when they dropped the bombs and they used the crosshair of the spider web to target
Yo,
because it was.
Wait, what do you mean
yeah,
use
yeah.
the crosshair?
Like you need a crosshair like to shoot.
Oh.
It was like for them to like look at to drop things.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay, so you
yeah.
remember Call of Duty? Whenever you quick scope, the little sight.
Yeah, and that's the spider.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what he's talking
Makes
about.
sense.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like going off in class. I was like, look, this is why I love Spider-Man so much. Because like aside from all the fake bullshit, like even if we were taking this into real life, because there's science behind it, all those scenes where Spider-Man is holding buildings with his web can actually be true. I mean, you just have to test it. But like spiderweb, bro, that shit's strong, bro.
That makes sense. I see.
Fuck duct tape, bro. Get spiderweb, bro.
That's a business right there.
So basically, what you're saying is I should buy a pet spider, collect its spider web, and then just throw
No,
it
I'm
out
saying just fucking become Spider-Man, bro. Just
Okay.
fuck it, bro.
Bitten by it.
Weren't you Spider-Man last year?
I
Or
was.
2 years ago?
Miles Morales.
He was Miles Morales 2 years ago. He was.
Oh, that's what's
Remember? He started out his set with fucking that Post Malone song,
Sunflower.
Sunflower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucked. Was this another clubhouse party?
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
one where.
Why are you bringing this up, bro? You already know I'm like
Respect
down.
the space. Respect
Oh
the space.
no, it was that one.
Hey, if I don't know you, get out.
Oh no,
That's what I said to
yeah,
everybody.
I was like down a couple of shots with that.
If you all went to that party and you heard me, that's not usually me. I'm just letting you know. It's okay, it's okay.
But you should still respect the space.
But yes,
Yeah.
you respect the space.
But enough of absurdity today, bro. Let's get down to business. What we got for sponsorships, bro?
Ooh, so
Fuck
let's see.
Spider-Man.
I know. Wait, hold on.
I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding, I'm just
Miles
kidding.
Morales, we gotta support him. No, I'm just kidding. So I have one final gig. Well, technically I have 2, but one of them's like a private event. Doing it with a friend. We're going on stream. Shout out to Crispy and Find the Rabbit. Kind of glad that I was able to get in contact with them last year before I left. So, and shout out to my boy that introduced me to them, Lopez, aka EXT Photography. But you guys can follow me on Instagram, DJ RYCHUU. That's 2 U's. And as far as my final event, that's happening on November 6th from 11 to 1:30. I will be at Sticks Barn Grill over in Fremont. Just hop off Stevenson Boulevard and take a left into Albray. And it's right there in that complex on the left. So, yeah, I think other than that, as far as sponsorship goes, it's just basically my my Instagram. Probably planning on doing a small rebranding. I'm gonna be switching a few things with my DJ logo and stuff like that. So
Dope.
yeah,
Nice. New city, no logo.
yeah, brand new beginnings.
New beginnings, bro.
Yeah,
That's it.
I'm telling you, I'm doing a whole 180. I'm getting my hair locked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
That's
So I'm gonna have
cool.
locks.
When you go
You'll be
over
a
there?
real Florida
Before you
motherfucker,
leave.
bro.
I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I'm gonna lock my hair, and she was like, okay. So she's gonna lock it when I
Real
get there.
Florida motherfucker, bro. Real Florida motherfucker.
I gotta blend in. If I'm gonna be in Florida, I gotta blend in.
Yeah.
I can't be too sus.
Yeah, you probably for sure blending in Florida. Over here, you
I can't get
over
away
here
with
looking
nothing.
different, right? It very
Right.
depends, especially Union City, right?
I think the cool thing is too is that I won't know anybody over there anyways too.
Hey,
so.
they won't know
Yeah.
nothing about you. No history with nothing, bro.
Right.
New start. I've thought
Yeah, my
about
name's
that.
actually DJ
Yeah, you
Pichu,
can
bro.
literally change your whole personality.
Like personality.
Yeah.
basically.
No one would even know.
Yeah.
Yep.
You inspire me, man.
You inspire me. I like that's like so crazy. Like we both like inspired each other to do what we do.
Yeah,
and I'm happy for the progress that you made, especially with both of us being under DJ Eternal. Again, shout out to
Yes,
DJ
sir.
Eternal.
I'm gonna miss you, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, we're
the
not
crowd
leaving yet.
uplifter.
Hey, yes, the crowd lifter.
Yes, yeah. I know. Don't make me sad. I'm like every day, like especially because since my sister left and now she's over there, like everything just like is starting to hit me now, and I'm just like, wow. I'm leaving. I'm like, don't cry. It's okay. Don't cry.
Simone, I just want to say you inspire me too. You inspire me.
Thanks.
Be my weird self. Let's go. Let's get this bread. Órale eso, pero hey, why your name DJ Rychuu, bro? Why couldn't you be like DJ Togepi or something? DJ Polyworld, fool.
So the origin with my name, crazy thing, it wasn't even supposed to be Rychuu. When I was in SA Institute and I was learning how to produce, because the whole program was for music production, I was thinking about my name and what I wanted it to be. Talked with my sister. We eventually started looking for kind of like a foreign name in a sense. And so we found the name Ryuda, which in Somalia meant dreamer. And so then I became I wanted my thing to be Black Ryuda. And so that was going to be my producer / DJ name at the beginning. And then I think when I slowly started getting into the DJ spectrum, that was when I kind of got lost, and I was like, it was either going to just be called Black Ryuda or I was going to add DJ, because you know how in some instances when people call you out, they're just like, oh yeah, DJ so-and-so. And I kind of wanted to if I were to have a name, I want it to be simple enough where it could be with and without DJ. And so I just started focusing on Ryuda, and I was like, how am I going to do it? And I just focused on Ry, and I really just kept going back, and I was just like, what can go after Ry or before Ry? But Ry already at the beginning sounds good. And every time I just kept coming up with different names, I was just like, I keep going back to Rychuu. And I was like, in a sense, it kind of made sense because I was like, I like Pokemon. Like Pokemon I grew up with. Baby. And I love Pokemon, and on top of that, Rychuu isn't even my favorite Pokemon. It's Squirtle. So it's when you really think about that, it's like, wow, why didn't you just call yourself DJ Squirtle then, or DJ Squirt or something, you know?
I'm so glad you didn't go.
I don't know about that.
I know. It's just and I thought about that too, and I was like, nah, that just sounds too weird.
Introducing DJ Squirtle, he squirts all over.
Oh my gosh.
And that's why I did not name it. But yeah, after all that planning, that's what I came up with. But I came up with the twist. I didn't want it to be spelled the same as Rychuu's name, so that's why I came up with Rychuu with 2 U's at the end. So yeah, that's how my name came about, and I think after a while, people got used to it, and people kind of accepted it. They were like, yeah, that actually sounds pretty cool. But if anything, if I ever have to do my alias, I'll come back with Black Ryuda. So if you ever see Black Ryuda, and I'm telling you guys this now, that's how you know it's me. It's my alias.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AKA.
That's what it's going to be when he moves
AKA.
to
Oh, when you go to Florida.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Just do a whole change and just be like, hey, it's Black Ryuda.
Artists have a bunch of different names. What, Kendrick? What's Kendrick known by? Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick.
Oh, Kendrick, K-Dot, Kung Fu Kenny.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Anything. So
And I mean, there was also Anderson .Paak, and he had his
he was Breezy Lovejoy for a little bit.
Breezy Lovejoy.
Yeah.
And then he had his collective NX Worries. So
Yeah.
you always start somewhere, and then you off brand yourself to something better.
Yeah.
You evolve,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Logic. He used to go by Psychological Logic. And it was
Really?
just like,
Whoa. I did
No
not
way.
know that.
like
Interesting.
this was like way back, like before his like
Like when he was like
mixtape
underground.
days.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to be known by ketchup, so.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I suggested
Still
that.
are. Just kidding.
Yeah, I suggested that to Kyle. I was like, bro, why don't, there's DJ Mustard. Why don't you go by DJ
Mustard too.
Ketchup?
Dude, I didn't want
And it
them
was
to,
like,
you
bro,
know,
no, I got to
copyright.
do something that
Why
speaks
would they
to me.
copyright? Why would they
Asthma.
I mean, like, yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be copyright, but
So okay, so here's the funny connection about the creation of your name and
Okay.
MC Churro. So I used to go by some dumb fucking name back in the day, like back when I was in freshman, right?
What?
And so
What was it?
no, we're not gonna talk about it.
yeah, we got here. What was the name before?
Tell us.
Anyway.
we gotta talk about the
No,
evolution.
you have to. You have to say the name.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Come on.
Anyways.
Drop it. Just drop it real quick.
Just drop it.
One day I was
fine.
chilling at home and I was just like, fuck, like, nah, this name is so stupid, bro. Like, I got to come up with something else. And so I was like, fuck, I can't think of anything. So then at the time, I ended up like copying a like Pokemon Fire Red copy, like a cartridge, right? And I started playing it because I had owned Leaf Green since I was like 6.
Okay.
So I was like, fuck it, I'll play this game. And so I started playing and it was like the beginning. And so, and this is how you know I fucking remember because it was vivid. So I start the game and I go from Pallet Town all the way through Viridian Forest. And my thing about Pokemon games is I always have these 6 types in my party. I always have a grass type, fire type, water type, flying type, electric type. And then I usually either swap in a psychic or dragon. So I was like, I need an electric type. My favorite Pokemon is Pikachu. So I'm in Viridian Forest and I'm trying to find a fucking Pikachu. And then I'm like, fuck this. I'm fucking mad, this sort of shit. And I was just like, fucking, you know, all this shit. I don't know. I just started thinking and I was like, what the fuck can I go by? Like I'm Mexican, MC Taco? Like, nah, that shit don't cut it. MC Burrito, no, that shit doesn't do it. And then I'm walking on the grass and I find a fucking Pikachu. And at the same time that I find this fucking Pikachu, I go, Churro! I like churros. So I was like, oh, there we go, MC Churro. And I caught the fucking same Pikachu, bro.
Wow.
And so, that's how I was like, DJ Rychuu, and I got Pikachu in the mix right there. So I was
Damn,
like,
that's crazy.
I was like, and I was so ballsy at the time playing this game. I only threw a Pokeball. Like, never battled the Pokemon whatsoever. Just threw the fucking Pokeball, and that's how I caught it.
Easy catch.
Easy catch, baby.
Easy catching, baby. 100.
Shout out Pikachu.
Shout out Pikachu.
Shout out Nintendo.
Pikachu. Yeah.
Give me a free copy of Brilliant Diamond.
Oh my God.
Are you ready for the humidity and the weather change from the Bay Area weather? Because I heard Bay Area has like one of like the best weathers in the world.
Well,
Is that
I mean,
true?
Bay Area has like not only the best, but also the most chaotic.
Yeah, because of the fucking fires.
'Cause I
Climate
mean-
change.
I was gonna say you
Climate change, motherfucker.
lived in Cali for the past like
Oh,
6
it's
But I
been
mean,
bad
yeah,
lately.
but it's like when you live in the Bay for so long, you get used to the weather. So it's like you go out dressing like it's the summertime with a jacket on because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You remember those times? It used to be like sunny as hell, and then like 2 hours later, it starts raining. Like what? It like clear skies and everything. Like how does it just rain all of a sudden? So
I'll never forget
You
it
know.
one time. I think it was 2013, 2014. It was February. I wore a jacket and it was like it was like balls hot like a motherfucker. And I was like, bro, it's February. Shout out climate change.
shout out to climate change. Yeah,
And then it's gonna be hella humid there, bro. So
yeah.
you probably do a lot of beach parties outside things.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
That's true.
I mean, I'm actually not that far from the beach anyways, too. So
What?
yeah. I think my mom's like probably 30 minutes away.
And the water's warmer over there, so you can
Yeah,
go
so-
right in.
Man.
At least now I'll be, well, actually, no. I'm not a big fan of water, guys. Trust me. You see me in water, you're only going to see 2 feet. That's it. If you're lucky, it might be because I'm at a pool. But other than that, yeah, no.
Yeah, me too. I can't swim.
I can swim, don't get me wrong. I'm I'm not a big fan of water.
I'm hella dumb. I was like, you're only gonna see 2 feet. What happened to the rest of your body? I was like, oh, you meant 2 feet. Like,
Yeah.
I was
That's it.
just like, you doing handstands out
Yeah,
here, bro?
I can do a handstand underwater, guys. Trust me. You'll just see 2 feet.
Hey, where's DJ Rychuu? Those 2 feet right there, bro.
Hey, you just- oh my god.
Oh God.
I like what you did there. I like what you did there.
Damn, Jonathan's on fire today or something.
I am, bro. Let's learn more about silk,
I'm
bro.
setting them up.
We're not learning about silk. We're learning about Rychuu.
I know.
I'll teach you about electricity too, bro. Wait. Does Florida have like those warm rains? You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yes.
like,
wow.
kind of like in the Philippines, like that, like humid rain.
It does. It does.
Yeah, it's down the south. It's like it could be hot as fuck, but then like there's a cloud that rolls in and it's like. Then it goes by and it's hot again.
Just hot.
It's
See,
that type of humidity.
I've lived. Well, actually, I lived for a little bit in Mexico, but I've lived essentially like this area of the world where rain is cold. So when Kyle told me about his trip to the Philippines years ago, and it was like, yeah, it rained, but it was so hot, and I was like, wait. You're telling me it was warm rain?
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm not going. I was just like,
No. Like when it rains in the Philippines, the kids come out and they just like
Yeah,
run
they-
around.
Yeah, you can run around.
Yeah.
They play.
Yeah, no, I remember last time I was in Miami, which was when I was like 18.
18,
It was,
wow.
Yeah.
That was like a year ago.
Yeah, it was 8 years ago.
That was years ago.
That was 8 years ago.
And then what happened?
Jeez. Yeah, no, it was raining probably the second or the third day that we were there. And it was heavy ass rain, but it was hot. It was like a good like 74 to 76 degrees outside.
Are you close to Disney World?
That's 2 hours.
Yeah, that's 2 hours. That's over in Orlando.
Oh man, we better go to Disney World when I visit you, man. When we
The
visit
crazy
you.
thing, I haven't been to Disney World since I was 14.
Okay.
Dang.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
only went
been.
there once and I
Listen,
was done. After that, I started actually not having a love for amusement parks, but I still
Really?
kind of went just because like people would always force me. They'd be like, "Come on, let's go," and we would go to like Great America and go like
Great
during
America.
Halloween haunt. So
Yeah.
Or the Tumblr meetups.
yeah, the Tumblr days.
I didn't do that,
Jesus,
but-
don't even get me
Tumblr?
started.
Oh, were you
with
a part of
those.
that?
I was actually. That's how I met a lot of my friends. Actually,
No
yeah.
wonder I see you on Tumblr. No, just kidding.
That's how I, like because I
Swagapino.
have a couple friends down in like LA and San Diego, and if it wasn't for Tumblr, that's I would never met them.
Saying this.
Yeah,
You say
Shout out
Swagapino, bro?
Tumblr.
Swagapino.
Yeah, that was the era.
Swagapino.
Oh my
The
god.
era of the swag.
Yeah, I remember
Jeez.
Oh God, I remember
There was
those.
those acronyms. What was the,
The fucking
acronym?
hat.
the snapbacks.
No.
And them, yep.
What was the acronyms?
No,
again?
no. Oh, Obey, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Obey,
Oh,
and
that
what
was
is
the
it?
brand. Yeah.
Yep.
No. This is a throwback. I got pride because I'm Filipino. You look like wannabe Chino. Want to ball out? Casino. Kyle, you know where that's from.
Dude, you took my hat. That one?
Dude,
No.
remember the time you took my hat? Like, what the fuck was that? Looks like you're getting kind of fat.
If anyone watches this from our high school,
I still
they're
have
gonna
that video.
Chew us out. I still have it too. Cause like there was this like video that came out of these people out of high school
Trying to rap battle?
rap battling, and then the guy was it was just a meme of like the year.
I'm actually kind of glad that I don't have too much footage of me in high school. Yeah, I always try to avoid everything, and I think the one time I got on the yearbook was after I graduated.
What the hell?
Wait, how did that happen?
So they were doing like an open mic show after I graduated, and they wanted me to like perform and everything, and I was just like, okay. So I was helping one of my homeboys out, and that's how I met my homegirl Monica Lair.
Yeah.
And he was just like, yeah, I want to like, because me and him, like, he used to play uke, and then I would always beatbox, so that's how we did everything.
Oh.
And after that, when the yearbook came out, someone took a picture of it and they were like, yo, what are you doing in the yearbook? And I'm like, bro, it's 2014. I graduated last year. What is this?
You know what's funny? There was this one of my friends was in the yearbook, or he was just hella cool with me.
Yeah.
His name is Henry, and then Henry took so many photos of me. The yearbook teacher was like, "Hey, stop putting Kyle in the yearbook." I was like, oh, everywhere. I'm like, oh my god.
Yep. If it wasn't just the regular school picture, I was never in any of the yearbooks. Just the one after when I graduated.
You made it.
I made it big finally.
You made it big. Hey,
I feel
you're
like
there.
for the yearbook, you really had to know the people.
You gotta
in the
know, yeah,
yearbook.
that's basically what it
'cause
is.
all
But I
they do
mean,
is
I
take
did know the
pictures.
people in the
They're
yearbook.
friends.
It
Oh,
was
really?
just I did everything to avoid being in the yearbook.
Oh, you're like,
So I would always check and I'd be
don't.
like, please tell me I'm not in the yearbook.
Yeah.
Please tell me I'm not. I'd be like, yes.
Actually, I even skipped the actual picture taking. So I'm not in the yearbook.
Oh my
page.
God. See, I would have done anything to skip that too. But my mom was just like, no, you got to get your picture taken. I'm just like, but mom, I really did not. I stopped enjoying a lot of events too. You know, I didn't even go to prom.
Hey, same. I never went to any of my proms.
I told my mom, I was just like, Mom, for the same amount of money that it is to take a girl out to the prom, I could easily just take her out to dinner and take her to like go to like do like movies or something like that. And I was just like, something simple. Like I don't have to do all this extra to like hear a crappy ass DJ. Cause during that time too, it was like, I already started getting like the knowledge of how like stuff should sound. So
Yeah.
I think after, and especially after my sophomore year when I went to homecoming, cause that was like the last year that I went to a school dance. Because my sister was going to school during the same time as me because we were 2 years apart. After that, I stopped going. But yeah, I was just like, I don't want to hear a crappy ass DJ.
Yeah, they're not that good a
Yeah.
lot of the time. Yeah, because they always hire like older DJs. Sometimes they
Not
don't really
even
connect
that.
with it. At least in our schools were
Well,
like that. They did not hit like the stuff that we would have generally liked.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think they're very limited to who they can hire. I think sometimes they hire the venue DJ or something like that.
I think so, yeah. I
Unless
mean,
yeah. Usually the more like schools on the east side, they hire like, I mean, we almost got hired from Mount Pleasant, remember?
yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the
They said not
days.
to play any bad stuff, but we were going to anyways.
We just had to keep it clean.
we
you
just
know?
had to, we just we
tone
talk a
it
little
down
bit like,
just a
okay,
little
we will. Don't worry about it.
Like, how do you go from like gas pedal to fucking wow wow wubsy out the bitch, bro? Like that shit just made no sense.
Like, what's my favorite word? And then you just take out the sound.
Right?
And like,
But then
hey,
everyone
clean
says
up.
it.
Clean up, everybody clean up.
Yo, if somebody made a fire ass like hip hop like children's song, I would probably slap it though.
Wasn't it Baby Shark?
Well,
Bruh.
No.
You know what I did appreciate during our waning years at high school, Kyle? All the fucking trap remakes of the fucking kids song. We're going on a
yeah,
trip.
that
Oh yeah, Trap
baby,
City,
rock
Trap
that
City.
shit.
Yeah, Trap City always did a
Yeah.
good job doing those remixes. But
Also
yeah.
like SpongeBob. Yeah.
Oh, yep.
What's the most proudest thing that you were a part of in the Bay Area? Like whether if it's an event or a group of people, or you can even name a couple. It doesn't have to be one thing.
Ooh, that's kind of a hard one. I mean, I can definitely say that one of my proudest moments outside of music was the name change for the middle school. That was probably one of my proudest moments in being a part of that. And just because, I mean, I was with my friends and just, you know, helping them out to see a change and, you know, support them. Because, I mean, with us, we already have representation in the Black community with Martin Luther King. And to just kind of see that, you know, like everybody deserves a piece of the pie. You know what I mean? We're all the same. We're all people of color. And I think for music, I would probably say would be, I almost want to say Dave and Buster's, but I also don't.
Wicked Wednesdays, baby.
I mean, because growing up, like when I was 18, I would always go there and then I would always hear the DJ and I'd be like, yo, the DJ's whack. Like he needs to stop. I mean, don't get me wrong. He didn't have necessarily bad music. He just had bad transitions. And yeah, that's like a main thing. Like, you really have to have both. You have to have good transitions and good music choice. It's okay if you kind of go offset a little bit because, you know, the crowd's always different every single time. So you always got to do something, but just being able to finally play, that was definitely a kicker for me. I think other than that, just meeting all the people, artists and other DJs. Yeah. That's probably one of my proudest moments being in the Bay Area, is connecting so well with everybody that was around here. Yeah.
Kyle's favorite crowd is the one that asks him for 25 song requests.
Those are always our favorite crowds. I love it when they ask me for something.
Bro, can you play that new Drake song?
Way too sexy. Hey, he did get it popping the very last Dave and Buzzer. Shout out Mike and Remix.
Yeah.
He played some Jersey Club shit and he got all the girls twerking. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
After that, I'm like, wow, Jersey Club works in a club setting. And after that, I got inspired. Yeah. Do you guys know what Jersey Club is?
No idea.
Yes.
It's like very like fat. It's like, I don't even
It's
know.
like bum, 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 bum.
You know the new
bum,
whole
bum,
trend that's
bum,
going
bum.
on, the that's from like Jersey.
Yeah, just Jersey Club. Yeah.
How you dance to it.
Yeah, if you ever go on TikTok and you hear that one song by Cookie Kwai, it's called Violin.
Oh yeah.
And, like,
Y'all gonna
you
have to
ever
show
seen
me
people,
after the-
dance?
All right.
If
I'll
I
show you
back it
after.
up, is it bad enough?
Yeah,
Or when people dance and they're kind of like
Yeah.
a little down and they like move hella fast with their feet.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have to show me after the podcast because I'm not on TikTok. So
Yeah.
I'm really surprised where Cookie Kwai is going though. Like she's been kind of. I feel like she was underrated for a little bit, and now she's starting to show face, and I'm proud of that. Like
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I'm glad I found her before everybody else did.
Hey, but you know what's dope about everything though? And when you
Yeah.
come back to the Bay, you basically have your foundation set because
Yeah.
you know so many
Yeah.
people already.
Yeah.
I bet you like when you let people know you're coming back, they're gonna try to book you for that weekend, or if anything.
Yeah,
and they're gonna ask you for 30 song requests, bro, just for you.
not 25, but 30.
We're gonna hold
I'll
it
be
down.
surprised
bro.
if they even break that.
We'll hold it down, bro.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to change your like playlist because you got all Bay Area playlists on your.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no, the thing is, and Kyle knows this too. I have a whole, I have a whole rack of music.
He does. He
Yeah.
really digs in the
I have
crates.
over probably over 200,000
Yeah.
songs.
and
Damn.
Yeah.
So how do you think in terms of being a DJ and transitioning from Bay Area to Florida? What's the Florida music scene? What is that like, especially in terms of the DJ scene?
My mom was kind of already telling me about it now. Like I said, they're very into like reggaeton and like fast club hip hop, like kind of like Two Live Crew. Because I mean, Two
Yeah,
Live Crew
Two-
was
they came
from
from
Florida,
Florida,
anyways.
yeah.
Yeah, so they like that. Like
Those are the
like
they're classics.
You know,
hip-hop
yeah,
music.
yeah. They made the
So-
freak. They made everything freaky.
Yeah,
It was because of them.
That's their too short.
Yeah.
yeah.
And Too Short too?
No, that's their too short.
That's
it's
their
Too
Too
Live
Short.
Crew.
Yeah,
That's
Hey,
it.
we want some. That's Too Live.
Yeah, we know, Kyle. We know.
Yeah. That's when the freak started, when freaking started to get really nasty and stuff. Yep.
In case you guys didn't know, here's a little bit of hip hop education for you. So Two Live Crew were the people that, because of their music, because it was so raunchy and so explicit, that's why they had a whole like music claim for that. So that's why anything that has any curse words or anything over sexualized, that's why the explicit content is there.
Yeah, Two Live Crew was responsible, I guess, in a sense, right? Took part in the creation of the parental advisory sticker found on albums.
It's because these white suburban kids started to slap it, and then all the white parent was like, "Oh shit, what the fuck are they
Well, I
listening
mean, even nowadays, white, like middle class white kids are the biggest consumers of hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that shit, bro? Just fucking some little white kid named like Jimmy, straight out of Compton. It's like, bro, you straight out of fucking Princeton out here. Shut the fuck up. Eat your peanut butter jelly sandwich.
What the hell? UK? No.
I don't know, bro. I just get your fucking peanut butter jelly looking ass out of here, bro.
Right, you got anything else to plug, bro? Anything that you wanted to say?
Anything that I want to say.
Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom for your
Words
friends
of
and family
wisdom.
who listen
Your
to this.
phone, your laptop, your ex. Oh, sorry.
Social security.
I know, right? Y'all want my bank details before I leave?
Yeah.
535. No.
53568. I guess what I can say, thank you for letting me be here and doing this last interview with you guys. I'm definitely going to miss you guys, and whenever I can come out, I'll let you guys know, but just know it will not be for a while.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it will not be for a while. I gotta settle in.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom, keep striving for what you believe in. Don't stop. Don't quit. No matter how hard it gets. And, you always got to start somewhere. And I mean, trust me, even to this day, I'm still learning how to produce, and my producing is not to where it needs to be. But even beforehand, when I first started, it was ass. But I can say throughout watching a couple more videos, it's slowly, very slowly getting there, very slowly. I also plan on focusing on my production when I get out there as well. But yeah, definitely do what you got to do and connect with everybody as much as you can. Be kind and courteous to others, because you never know like what it is that they do. And the minute you talk with them, that's when you find out, and it's like, oh snap. I'm definitely going to do what I can, especially with still being away from here, to kind of like improve the Bay Area scene. Because I mean, Bay Area is home, and I'm never gonna forget anything that I had over here. My friends, family, and all my connections, all my homeboys.
Oh, man.
So Nana and I will be still doing our stuff out here.
Dope.
Show.
Yeah, we got some big plans. We're gonna be building up our collective and getting all the DJs that I know who want to work with me to pretty much work together. And if they ever need anybody, and we're always there. So, when I go to Florida, hopefully I'll open up my own venue. That's a big game changer for me.
That'd be dope.
And maybe the name change. We'll see. We'll see about that name change.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else I should say? I don't know. Is there anything else that you guys want to ask me? Anything?
I'm gonna fucking miss you, bro.
Yeah.
I know, I'm gonna miss you too, man.
Kyle, that's not a question.
It's not a question, but
That's a statement.
That's the best statement
This is not a goodbye. This is a see you later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is definitely
most
a see you later.
definitely.
See you later.
This is
For
a see
any
you
of you
later.
guys that see this, just know I love you guys, and keep moving forward.
Yes,
even
sir.
if it's without me. So
Let's go.
We out.
Without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it.
Keep it going. Keep it going.